So, Michael, do you think we're getting a recession this year?
I do not. I think that the markets may see some serious volatility. We may have a down year, but I think the economy is resilient and it can handle whatever's coming from these tariffs or the various different rhetoric that's going on.
In today's breakdown, David Lynn sits down with Michael Venuto, Portfolio Manager at FIRE ETFs, who reveals key strategies to navigate the chaos of today's volatile market. He discusses the ultimate diversified portfolio, explores strategies to stay ahead, and reveals how smart investors are positioning themselves for the next major shift. If you're serious about staying ahead of the curve, you won't want to miss this. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update, and if you find value in this, tap that like button. It helps more people get this crucial info. Now, let's get into it.
So let's recap this week's news. Trump's tariffs on Canada and Mexico went into effect. Actually, there's been a pause on some tariffs on Mexican goods. We'll talk about that. Anyway, the Dow is in free fall once again today. We had a bit of a rebound earlier, middle of the week, but now on Thursday, as we're speaking, Dow is dropping more than 500 points. The S&P hits its lowest since early November. And the VIX is spiking, as you know. Gold is nearing $3,000. Bitcoin's down 1% on the day, and crude oil prices it's at 3-year lows. So walk us through what is going on, what the volatility is responding to, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, so markets like certainty. So if they knew that there's going to be tariffs that made sense on Canada and Mexico and China and whoever else, it could get over it, right? Because it can say, okay, we know this, but we also know there's tax cuts coming. We know this is coming. We know that's coming. We know there's a crypto summit tomorrow, all these things. But the problem is we just don't know anything. The market is reacting to the fact that the tariffs come on, then they disappear, then they're back, then they're paused, then they're back again. So until we get some clarity as to a path, it's very difficult for people to take risk and make good investment decisions.
Tariffs have been implemented before. Trump's first term saw tariffs. Trump has telegraphed tariffs for a long time. And so the issue of tariffs is not a new concept. And I've talked about this on my show, telegraphing the implementation of tariffs and actually seeing them executed. Is this time different, though, from 2027 and 2018, otherwise, or 2017, rather, and 2018? Otherwise, why are markets behaving the way that they are?
I think in 2018, 2019, it's not like the markets did well when these first sets of tariffs were being implemented.
So is this looking like a lot like the beginning of 2019 all over again, Michael? Are we seeing the same signs if we were to flip back to present day?
I mean, I think that it's a little bit different, right? Because the economy was the main goal back then. And it seems like there's a lot more other things being tied up into economic decisions, like discussions about fentanyl or immigration or avocados. Like it doesn't seem to be a singular message of economics. But we'll see if that's just smoke and mirrors and the economics are the main goal. I don't think that the AI story is dead. I don't think that the crypto story is dead. I think that there's a lot of amazing things that are going on globally that can make stocks cheap, but it's really hard to commit to them when you don't know what's going to happen from day to day, or you can be woken up with a tweet that changes the entire direction of the markets.
Yes, I understand. Okay, so what is your outlook for markets? Are you prioritizing stocks? Are you prioritizing bonds? And generally, which asset class do you think is going to have the best chance of surviving whatever volatility and uncertainty this phase may bring?
Yeah, so it's funny because I think that this will be a year of volatility, but I think volatility is not necessarily a bad thing. Like Saylor always references the volatility of Bitcoin being a feature, not a bug. So what do? I believe in wild diversification for the bulk of my portfolio. And then I love speculating with highly volatile assets like Bitcoin. Gold is in there now too. And the bulk of what I allocate to is what we were going to talk about today is the FIRE kind of concept that we built, a permanent portfolio that's massively diversified.
Yeah, I believe if correct me if I'm wrong, it's 25% equities, 25% commodities, 25% bonds, and then 25% cash and alternatives.
For the bulk of my money, it's everything and as diversified as possible and as disciplined as possible and not letting one thing become the big part of the portfolio.
So, Michael, do you think we're getting a recession this year?
I do not. I think that the markets may see some serious volatility. We may have a down year, but I think the economy is resilient and it can handle whatever's coming from these tariffs or the various different rhetoric that's going on. I think there's amazing things happening with AI, with crypto, with all kinds of businesses really having a deregulation. That said, the recession possibility is higher 2-3 years out, depending on once we're done with whatever the reason is for these tariffs and things. Do we get tax cuts? Do we get pro-growth deregulation that we've been promised? Do we get the things that the crypto industry has been asking for? Does AI really start to scale and change things? So I think we're okay in terms of an economy for this year, even if the market may not reflect it.
And that wraps up today's video. Michael Venuto just delivered his latest market update, offering a deep dive on the current financial markets. His analysis provides critical insights for investors aiming to navigate the ever-changing landscape. In a fast-moving market, having the right knowledge is key to making smart, strategic financial moves. Thanks for watching our latest market update. We truly appreciate your time and support. If you got value from this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps the page grow. Drop a comment below with your thoughts or questions. And if you haven't yet, hit the like button and turn on notifications so you never miss a crucial update. Big things are coming, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.